Murdoch sees red. The engines on the island of Sodor are very busy. Every day, goods and passenger trains travel up and down the main and branch lines. One day, Murdoch was at the works for a repaint. He didn't like being at the works given it was quite noisy, and much preferred the peace and quiet of the open countryside. Soon, Harvey backed down onto the track next to him with some flat bits of paint pot. However, instead of orange, green, and red, which were Murdoch's usual colours, there was maroon, red, and yellow. Harvey, I think you've got the wrong paint. I'm supposed to be orange and green, not maroon and yellow like you and Arthur. I'm sorry, Murdoch, but this is all we have left. Charlie was supposed to bring us a delivery of paint from the docks, but he had an accident with it, and we won't get another delivery of paint until next week. Well, I suppose that's understandable. At least this'll just be temporary, although I got a feeling the other engines won't let me hear the end of this. Soon, Murdoch was repainted from tender to boiler. To be honest, this might not be so bad. Indeed, Murdoch. Besides, like you said, it's just temporary. Now you'd better be off. I hear Sir Top Matt wants to see you at Knapford Yards. And so, Murdoch set off towards Knapford Yards. When he arrived, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for him, and he was surprised to see Murdoch in a new livery. My goodness, Murdoch, are you trying a new look? No, sir, and he explained what happened at the works. I see. Anyway, I need you to take this goods train to Kronk. Very well then, sir. Soon, Murdoch coupled up to his goods train. And was now waiting for the guard to blow his whistle. Where is that guard's whistle? Said Murdoch. Ho ho ho, calm down, old boy. We'll be going shortly. Just then, Arthur arrived. He was bringing some empty fish vans for the Flying Kipper. Hello, Murdoch. How come you painted like me? Murdoch explained what happened. Ah, well, at least it's just temporary. Yeah, I guess. Soon, the guard blew his whistle, and it was time for Murdoch to leave. Well, that's my cue to go. See you later, Arthur. See you later, Murdoch. And so, Murdoch eased his heavy goods train out of the yards. As Murdoch passed through Knapford on the goods line, he saw James waiting at platform 4 with the commuter train. What's the matter, Murdoch? Seeing red? Murdoch just ignored James. Soon, Murdoch passed over the signal gantries and was onto the Northwestern Railway's main line. Soon, Murdoch was out on the main line open countryside. Despite his maroon paint, the peace and quiet of the countryside couldn't help but brighten Murdoch's spirits. Soon, Murdoch was approaching Edward's station. Murdoch knew what would come next, Gordon's Hill and a steep climb, and he knew that the troops would see this as a chance for trouble. Edward and Belko were at Ellsworth, and they whistled and hooted at Murdoch for good luck. Murdoch charged up the hill, puffing, grunting, and snorting as he did so. As Murdoch kept climbing the hill, he felt himself slowing down a bit. Hold back! Hold back! Come on, you city trucks. I don't have time for your city games. Suddenly, he saw Molly coming down the hill on the opposite line. Come on, Murdoch, you can do it, my gentle giant. With newfound confidence, Murdoch soldiered to get the train up the hill. Mustn't give up, mustn't give up, he panted. Wheel turn after wheel turn, Murdoch huffed and puffed as hard as he could, until Murdoch reached the top of the hill. I did it! I did it! I made it! Well done, old boy. It's all downhill through Mount Kronk. Let's get this goods train there. Soon, Murdoch reached his destination. The station master was there waiting for him. Hello, Murdoch. You're right on time. Thank you, sir. Anyway, once you've shunted those trucks into the siding, you need Starpout wants you to head up to Vickerstown Light Engine to bring another goods train back to Knapford. Very well then, sir. The rest of Murdoch's day was uneventful. He was still stuck in his maroon paint, but he didn't mind. He knew he would be back in his orange paint work in a few days. That night, Murdoch returned to the sheds. The Fat Controller was there waiting for him. Murdoch, I am very pleased with your work today. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I would like to let you know is that Harvey has found some spare orange paint at the works. So, as a reward for your hard work today, you will be repainted back into your orange livery first thing tomorrow. Oh, sir, that would be lovely. Thank you. Well, Murdoch, looks like you'll be back to normal in no time tomorrow, said Henry. Too bad you won't stay red, Murdoch. Maybe the Fat Controller should paint all of his engines red, chuckled James. The other engines didn't find James's joke very funny. The next day, Murdoch came out of the works in a fresh coat of orange paint. Oh, how lovely it is to be back in this livery again. There you are, Murdoch, back to normal. Now get out there and be the most useful engine you can be. I will, and thank you, Becky. Murdoch is glad to be back in his orange paint bug and is more than happy to be pulling goods trains through the open countryside. And that's what makes Murdoch a really useful engine. The end.